It's showtime.
Hello everyone and welcome to the STPL. I need to turn off Rapid's camera. There we go. Rapid is unfortunately not joining me today. He is getting ready for the ASL qualifiers in Korea, so obviously more important to do that than stay up till 4 AM casting this with me, which is, I still don't know why or how he does it. Like, I could never ever do that. So huge shout outs to Rapid even though he's not here. I love casting with him, so it's really cool. But a little bit of a change of schedule. One of the games I actually posted was a full walkover. That was a little bit unfortunate. I never found out what happened there, so I need to question the captain of the team that didn't show up. And basically, the other game I don't actually have the replays for. It's been so long since Week 7 was actually played due to like Christmas and everything. I kind of forgotten exactly what's been going on, but hopefully my new microphone cable sounds a little bit better. Obviously, I know the other day it was really bad, so I got a new cable. Can't really show it too easily, I guess. You can see all my excess shit, but new cable coming out the back of the microphone now. My cat, Lottie, is obviously sleeping in the back as well. This is actually the first time I've solo casted in a while as well, so you'll have to forgive me if my voice does go. But just to have a look at the maps for the first series and the second series, of course, we're going to start with Icarus, go on to Athena 2, head on to Katrina SE, Sin Peaks of 8 we'll be following that up, and if we get to it in the ace match, we'll be heading into Neo Ground Zero. And I'll just have a look at both of our teams and where they've come from. Starting us off with, we're going to have ReV. They've just come hot off the heels of 2 wins against SciStorm and BWL. And their team, or their opponents over here, are going to be SouL Gaming. Now, SouL Gaming are currently undefeated in Group B. So, wait, Group A I think it is. Either way, we'll find out in a second. I know it's Group B, it's Group B. That's just me being silly, but they have done a fantastic job so far in round 3. Beat PM, beat NetWars, beat SciStorm, beat BWL, beat IRK, and beat ReV to make their way here to this situation where they are guaranteed a spot now to get out of the groups into the playoffs. So SouL Gaming are guaranteed regardless of what happens today due to the way NetWars played yesterday. Or regardless, I think SouL Gaming were guaranteed through because NetWars can't get enough wins. So regardless, they cannot catch up. So SouL Gaming going to make it through to the playoffs. This is kind of like their victory lap. Can they go fully undefeated as ReV did last round in the group stages? Or are they going to take a loss here to Clan Revolution, who actually sat pretty low down on the table? I know if we actually have a look at the stats as well, you can see that overall SouL Gaming have won 16 series. Clan Revolution have unfortunately only won 5 overall. Not the strongest team in the STPL, but certainly have a lot of heart. Their logo, probably my favourite as well out of everyone. So looking forward to seeing how they're doing. SouL Gaming obviously relying a lot on their Terrans. 32 wins for their Terrans, 9 losses. Their Terrans obviously include Bjol, Scan, Shiny, and Dandy Ultra as well, and their Protoss. Funny thing is, I say they're Protoss because there is pretty much only one that's come out for them a lot, and that's Noob. Now, very recently they've added Zealot as well, but I think Zealot is actually a Zerg player, so he's going to join Miso and Shiny and Richly as being their, one of their Zerg powerhouses. If we have a look at what the lineups are going to be today, we're going to start off with a PvZ between CRVT and Spire. We're going to have a TVT between Medino and Bjol, a PvP between Zaz and Noob, and then there's going to be a PvT, not a TVT, between someone called Fumley, I think it is, and Scan. So unfortunately I couldn't get Fumley to appear on the or in the database. Basically I've got a new database now that I'm working on making better, and yeah, basically I just need to make sure all the database is working. I'm going to be working with Radley over the weekend and figuring out how to do everything. So if I can get that all finished, that will be good. And let's just quickly introduce our first two players here to see how they've been doing. CRVT has only played 3 games overall in the STPL. You can see that via his versus all stats. He did win against Cold in his PvZ, lost against Eriador in a PvZ, and lost to Yeti in a PvP. Now that isn't really that surprising. Yeti, a very, very good player. Drone / Eriador, one of the oldest, best players in Europe pretty much, and has been one of the players that's been in the scene forever. So good to see him back in the STPL. But regardless, CRVT is 1-1 against Zerg, so he is in a pretty decent position here, but his opponent is the man, the legend. It's SouL Spire, did very well in various Have At You tournaments. Other than that, he's done very well in the STPL. In terms of versus Protoss, interesting. There's a bug in my overlay. Well, that's okay. You can see against Protoss, he did beat Eriador, he lost to Mook, he beat V1, and he lost to Yeti even. So, Spire obviously a very strong player. Very, very cool to see him here in the STPL, really making a good difference here for SouL. And just wondering if there's anything else I need to show off before I can get into the map. Looks like not too much. That's pretty much just the same details. I need to sort of get rid of the screen. But having a look at the map they're going to be playing on, it is going to be Icarus. So Icarus, one of the standard maps, or one of the most standard maps in the STPL map pool. Going back to STPL round 1 pretty much. We're on the 3rd round. Round 4 map pool is amazing, by the way, guys. I cannot wait to explain to you what those maps are. That's going to be announced next Monday on the first cast of the STPL round 3 playoffs. So look forward to that. We're going to have CRVT versus Spire. Of course, it is going to be a PvZ. Now, PvZ-wise, there's actually been 4 games already. If we actually have a look at the history, you can see that DeWalt took down Ku here, Lumire took down Jeju, so 1-1 obviously, and then Ho managed to take out Dentag, not very surprising. Dentag kind of about 1800 MMR level player, Ho about 2100 Korea, so a bit of a skill discrepancy there, but then Jerry, once again, another very strong player for Arcade, did take down DM White there as well. So things are looking pretty good for our Zerg statistically. But can Spire carry on that torch? Will he be able to take down CRVT as we get into game number 1 on Icarus? Okay, so starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the orange Protoss fighting for ReV. It's CRVT. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom, or in the mid-left position, is the purple Zerg. I keep going to say purple Protoss. Fighting for SouL. It's Spire. Now this is a really cool map for ZVP. There's sort of a lot of different dynamics that happen. Looks like I quickly need to change my key scroll speed so it's lower. My settings reset yesterday, so I need to make sure I always set that back because it allows you to pan the camera a little bit better. But CRVT, a pretty cool Protoss player. Looking to see how he's going to do here. It looks like he's got the wall a little bit iffy. You kind of need to wall a little bit further back, I think, if you want it to be fully tight. He is going to go for one gateway, likely going to try and block this with a forge as well. I think that may be tight, but obviously it does leave you open to a Hydralisk bust a little bit later on. Spawning pool coming up for Spire, so no hatchery first play from him, playing a little bit more conservatively. That pool was on, I think it was an overpool, so obviously he's not going to go super aggressive with this. He does have that option if he so chooses to though, and that's one of the best things about overpool in CVP. A lot of different options. lot of different things you can do. And PvZ obviously does play out very similarly at the start of each game. Just to sort of use this lull in time to go through kind of what I've been working on and what I plan to be doing soon. Obviously, we're coming up to the round 3 playoffs. That'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week. So I want to make sure that that's all sorted. I'm going to make sure to hopefully do the best broadcast I possibly can for those, because I want to try and generate hype for round 4. And then obviously we'll have the grand final playoffs at the end of round 4, as well as moving into Season 2 a little bit later in the year. I've got a lot of different plans for Season 2. Most of them sort of end up leading to the same thing, but Season 2 should be a lot of fun. I've got a lot of ideas for things I'm going to do outside of just the main team league as well, to try and help give players a little bit more to do, and give me a little bit more to cast as well. Looking forward to that. I've made a ton of video content for round 4, going to be making some more as well as time goes on. Oh wow, this Forge is actually in a really precarious position here, and it's not even going to be tight against the links from Spire. So Spire getting into the main base. This is a catastrophe here for CRVT as these links move into the base. They're going to be able to get so many probe kills. They're actually going to go for this pylon. The spawning pool, no speed, is being researched, so that is the saving grace here for CRVT. But one probe has gone down, 2 probes have gone down. Looks like one of the probes going to glitch out one of the Zerglings. A little bit of a saving grace there, but more and more links are heading on over this Forge. It's still not finished, and the lack of a tight wall really hurting CRVT, who went for Gateway first here. But Spire hasn't done all that much damage yet. The real damage comes down from the fact CRVT's attention has been pulled elsewhere. He is still building probes, although a little bit sporadically, so that is going to be hurting him a little bit later in the game, as his probe count is not going to be as high as he wants it to. Now, unfortunately, he did try and build a cannon at his ramp here, but it does get taken down by a Zergling. And the Zealots have actually pulled away from the main, and this means the Zerglings in the main are going to have free reign over the probes. Spire is in an absolutely amazing position at the moment, and it looks like Spire taking down this pylon is going to possibly be able to break through at the front as well. CRVT needs to pull his probes away. Just pull them to your natural. There's absolutely nothing you do in your main base right now. But the natural nexus still isn't finished. Looks like a couple of the Zealots actually did go down. GG! And CRVT is taken down by Spire in a very quick PvZ. So that was a pretty one-sided game, I have to admit. Obviously, Spire, one of the better players in the league. SouL, one of the highest ranking teams in the league as well. So ReV have definitely got their work cut out for them. But the match I'm most excited about in this series is going to be coming up after this. See you guys in over a minute.